My name is Julie Pitt, and I am the current president of the board for the Seattle Animal Shelter Foundation. When I became a volunteer and I started to see all of the hundreds of volunteers and the dedicated staff members here and the community members that have helped support this through donations to the foundation, it renews your faith in humanity. And I have to say that that outweighs the sadness that you sometimes come across. Even in a kennel environment, compared to where they were, these animals have a great new start to their life. It makes you realize that it's all worth it. One great example of that is a dedicated volunteer on the dog side.
My name is Pamela Alt, and I started volunteering at the Seattle Animal Shelter about 2.5 years ago. There was one dog named Ace. That was sort of what they say, kind of behind the lines or whatever, that we weren't allowed to interact with, and it was mostly for the staff to interact with. At a certain point, there's a test you can take to work with the more challenging dogs, and he was the dog that I ended up working with. And I just started walking him every week on my shift and learned his story, which was basically that he had been evidenced in a cruelty trial, and his owner would not release legal rights to him, so the shelter was in the process of trying to have him declared abandoned so that he could be either fostered or adopted out. Over the process of about 8 months, with the shelter's help and a lawyer that was working with them, he was declared abandoned, and I decided to adopt him. Last year we went to the auction, and I felt like I should say thank you and hug everyone because the amount of work that the shelter staff and volunteers put into, making it so that Archie could be, part of my family, but also for the excellent care that they took of him while he was there.
I would like to say first and foremost to our donors, thank you. You may not see when you walk into the shelter all of the things that you're doing to help the animals that are here, but you should know that every animal here is impacted by your generous donation.